So these are our hosts. Eva Wu is our product manager. The Vilo 6 is sort of her baby. She's been leading the charge on that. So she's here to talk about it. Of course, I'm sure many of you are very familiar with Jared Lubis, our account executive. You've probably done a demo with him or at least received an email from him before. And then, of course, Mark Lamanna is our support engineer. And we're super excited to have him and his experience and expertise on the Vilo team. So with that being said, I'll hand the reins over to Jared.
Great. Well, this is our full ISP solution. Within that, we kind of have three different facets of what makes Vilo Vilo. One is obviously the hardware. So right now we have our current Wi-Fi 5, and I assume while you guys are all here, we have our Wi-Fi 6. Actually just went on pre-order today. So while I'm talking, feel free to go order some right now. That would be great. Just kidding. Listen to me. But so yeah, we have the hardware. And then the other side of that, we have our ISP management portal. As you guys know, especially for those who have been around for a while, this is always improving, always getting better. We're always adding new changes. If anyone here doesn't already have access to the portal, feel free to reach out to me after. But we've definitely seen that's been invaluable to the different ISPs, being able to let you all be able to see your customers' network and things like that. Sorry, I'm just letting in a bunch more people. And then the last kind of thing of that is our Vilo app. So this is our free subscriber-facing app. Those that don't know or don't use this, any one of your subscribers would be able to go into the app. They're able to manage their network with simple things like SSID and password management, so they're not having to call you guys. They're able to do things like basic parental controls. We also are working on some better parental controls with a Bark integration. And if you'd like to learn more about that, also just feel free to reach out to me, and we can talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, that's kind of the three facets of what makes Vilo Vilo.
Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this page, I want to continue for the Vilo 6 specs. Yes, we did some upgrades compared to our Vilo 5. The first point for the RAM, I mean, we upgrade to the 256 megabits, and the storage size is 16 megabits, and is with the no flash. And the antennas, we have the average antennas gain is the 5 dBi, and we have 3 gigabits Ethernet ports. And for the operation system, we still use the Linux, but I mean, we integrate the OpenWRT, this protocol on the top of the firmware. And the power input, it's 12 divided 1, and the security, we support the WPA3 encryption. And the chipset, we use the MTK chipset. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much for the specs of the Vilo 6.
Perfect.
Sweet. Now, like the biggest features in that, you guys seen the specs. With those specs, we're able to give you guys better features. So one, the coverage is going to go up for our Wi-Fi 5. It's 1,500 square feet per unit. Now it's 2,000 square feet per unit. Also, a big difference is instead of 1 and 3 packs, like you guys know for the Wi-Fi 5, for the Wi-Fi 6, it is going to be 2 packs. So it'll be 1 and 2 packs capacity. I believe for the 3 packs for the Wi-Fi 5, it was around 128 for a full 3 pack. Now you connect that many devices per unit. Max speeds for the 2.4 is 600. And then for the 5, it is 1,200. Max ISP speed that you guys would be able to give to your customers. We have 1,000, so a full meg or a full gig. Sorry about that. If you would like to see like our testing or how we came to that number as well, feel free to reach out to me. You're still going to get channel selection. A big difference now is with the 5, you always got channel width selection for the 2.4, but now with our Wi-Fi 6, you're able to get channel width selection for the 5 gigahertz as well. You're still going to get your pre-configured mesh. Some new things that are coming. You're going to get smart queue management. This is powered by the Cake algorithm. Again, if you want to learn any more about all this stuff a little deeply, feel free to reach out to me after as well. We can talk more. If you would like, we can also set up a meeting between you and one of our product managers. If you guys would like to dive deep into any of that. IPv6, as well as VLAN, that is coming soon. So our initial launch will not come out directly with VLAN, but soon after that, we should be releasing VLAN on the 6th. Now, this is just kind of an infographic from our testing. So as we see different connection types. So like wireless to the main, wireless to a sub Vilo. That's obviously in a wireless mesh connection to the main. And then we see hardwired to a sub Vilo. That's again wireless to the main. And as we can see, wireless to the main alone went up 68 to 85% faster for download speed. Upload speed got all the way up to 105% faster. We can see the actual numbers there and below download speeds and upload speeds. Wireless, we got up to 51 to 72% faster. Obviously, this is going to depend on your topology as well. And then here in upload speeds from wireless, we have seen probably our biggest increase. So probably anywhere up to 119 to 222%.
Yeah.
Unless we have hardwired to a sub Vilo. So this is obviously from a mesh. So this would be like router 2 or whatever. 41 to 55% faster. So you can almost double your speeds for both upload and download.
Yeah. And if I may, Jared, of course, I don't know if you mentioned this already, but just to reiterate these comparisons here, this is comparing the Vilo 6 speed test to the Vilo Wi-Fi 5 speed test. That's what the 68 to 85% faster, that's what those are, is comparing to the original Vilo. Yeah, excellent.
And now about pricing. So retail, MSRP, you go on Amazon, you go on our website, any of your end users, this is what they would see. They'd see $79.99 for a 1-pack, $154.99 for a 2-pack. For you guys as ISPs, MSPs, we have in our pre-order period, we are offering case discounts. Cases for us starts at 15 routers or 16 routers. It just depends whether you're getting the 1-packs or the 2-packs. So a 1-pack case would come with 15 routers. That'll come out to $1,049.85. That also does come with free shipping and obviously any taxes that will apply to you guys. And then we have the 2-pack, so it'd be 8 2-packs. So for a total of 16 routers, so you're gonna get one more router, and that will come out to $1,119.84. Again, with free shipping. If you guys would want to order, say, half a pallet or a pallet, so we're getting into like 500, 600 to 1,000 routers. We also definitely could work on pricing. So again, if you want any big orders and you want to make sure that you are securing all your inventory, just feel free to reach out to me after this.
Very cool.
And also to reiterate, that is all US pricing. If you buy from different distributors or anything, obviously that's whatever the distributors decide to do. But for us, this is USD. So this is just in United States pricing. Now we just kind of have a quick Vilo 5 versus Vilo 6. I know we mentioned a few of these before, but you can see coverage goes up from 1,500 to 2,000 capacity. So how many IoT different devices it can hold per router, almost doubled. And then max speeds both improved on the 2.4 and the 5. Again, recommended max ISP speed. Vilo 5 was 500, about doubled that. So through our Wi-Fi 6 or our Vilo 6, you would be able to see a gig and give a gig to your end. And security, again, we have WPA3. Channel selection, you're still going to get. Let me go to the next one. We have channel width selection, so that's available for the 2.4. For the 5, again, for the Wi-Fi 6, you're going to get for both. Still going to get the pre-configured mesh. You're still going to get the 3 gig Ethernet ports. So we got your WAN /N and your 2 LANs. We're going to get smart queue management. Again, IPv6. Like we said, VLAN will be available post-launch. Now we have some submitted questions. Can you mesh a Vilo with a Vilo 6? No, because they are different chipsets. You won't be able to manage or mesh them. If you did, you could have some or one of them be in bridge mode and get kind of convoluted in that way, but a simple mesh, we won't offer that. Will the Vilo 6 have PoE and SFP? Our current 30,000 routers that we have in production and are going through, those will not have. I will not say in the future we'll never have a PoE or SFP port. But I would say definitely in the near future, definitely in our next product run, that won't be possible. But if all you guys really want that a lot, and you say, hey, I would buy this many routers, and you gave me enough ammo to go back to management and say, hey, I could sell this many routers, we could do that for you guys. But as of right now, there is no direct plans for that. Will the Wi-Fi 6 product work seamlessly with any Wi-Fi 6 chipset that is 802 standard chipset for Wi-Fi 6? No, we do use 802 standard. But Vilo will only mesh with a Vilo 6. How many units can I add to the same setup? So right now you can add 3. So that'd be 6,000 square feet. By the time you guys get the products, so we're hoping in January that they will be delivered. sent out to you guys. We are hoping to get that number up to 6, so that would come out to a total of 12,000 square feet of coverage. Where can I buy if I don't live in the USA? So we have our Canadian distributors right there, Latin America. I know we also have South African, a East African distributor, New Zealand, working with getting to Australia, and then anywhere in the EU, we also have some other ones. So if you don't see a distributor that you can buy from directly from there, reach out to me and we can see through different channels to see if we can get you some routers. And will ISP portal display IPv6 addresses the same way IPv4 addresses are? That is the plan for the future. Yes, you would be able to see IPv6 addresses. Right now, if you were to go, it would only show IPv4. But again, by the time this actually is all delivered to you guys, we should have that fixed and you will be able to see IPv6 addresses on the portal.
Very cool.
Sweet. Now we can open it up. So if you guys have any other questions about anything, feel free to just drop them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them.
Are you seeing any questions on your end, Jared? Sorry, my computer's been a little wonky.
I'm not, but it might have just been because I explained it so eloquently that maybe people don't have any questions.
Yeah.
What is the current stock availability? So that's the first one I saw. I'll go to that one. So we have 10,000 chips or 10,000 routers coming at the end of December. So hopefully again to be shipped out to you guys in January. After that, we have another, I believe, 30,000 coming. So we have about 40,000 different routers current stock to be ready to be set up. An issue with DHCP connections update. Eva, do you want to take that one over?
Yeah. I mean, for the DHCP connections, I'm not sure what is the exactly DHCP connection issues, but now we have the issues with the DHCP connection and the PPPoE connection. If you use the if you run with the PPPoE connection and also go back to the DHCP connection, there's some issues. This issue, I mean, our dev is working on this part. So we will, release a new we'll release a new firmware version to fix this bug in the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Richard, I know I'm pretty sure you also grabbed some Wi-Fi 6. So if you want as well, you can work with Mark, who joined after you had your problems a few months ago. So I know Mark will be able to try his best to help you out as well and solve any issues you're having there. See if the Vilo 6 will be able to solve all that.
Could the sub Vilo be hardware to the main Vilo? Of course, we support the hardware connection, but I want to call out one point because our Vilo 6 still have the pre-config mesh, this feature. So if you want to hardware the sub Vilo to the main Vilo, don't forget to separate the pre-config mesh.
And you can do that either through our ISP portal, or you can just do a simple factory reset. And those are two different ways to separate the pre-configured mesh. How about one with a battery backup? I don't think we've heard that too much. It could be something that comes later down the road. Again, if we hear enough people that want this and there's enough need, we'll try our best. But personally, that was my first time hearing about that one, but I'll bring that back to the team and see if we can scope that out. And you need to be able to separate the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz via API. Will this be added? Our APIs are fairly new still. So I believe that would be something we're working on, and that would be something that come on in the future. I couldn't imagine that being something that's out of our scope. We don't have like an exact timeline, or I don't have something I could give you then, but I couldn't imagine that that couldn't be something that we add in our APIs. But for you, what I would recommend is, I believe this is you, Jason, if we were just talking, but what we can do is I can set you up with Betty. She's our product manager for our APIs, and you guys will be able to have a meeting, kind of work it out directly, so we can kind of build that around that specific request.
Right. What kind of user device was used in the testing? We used I mean, you can use any kind of device you want. For example, the phone and the smartphones, laptop. Yeah, you can use both. I mean, smartphones, laptop for the speed test. We used the smartphones and the laptop for the speed test on our end. Do you also need a wireless X adapter? No, we don't. We don't use it. We can just wireless connect to our router and run the speed test.
So John Gill actually did helped us out, did a lot of testing for us. So John, if you're there, do you have any insight on that a little more?
Yeah, so the testing was done in a lab environment where the Vilos were connected to a server, but the no RF noise was turned off, no other APs or everything. So all the RF noise was there. But how the testing was done through a PHP speed test. So very similar to speedtest.net. And then a follow-up speed test was done using Windows File Explorer, pulling a file across the network of 2 gigs. Similar speeds and stuff were seen across the board. But yes, on that AX adapter, you will need a Wi-Fi 6 to see those speeds. You will need a Wi-Fi 6 capable device. So you will need an AX capable device, but the hardwired tests were done with a laptop hardwired gigabit into the Vilo with the same cables that are delivered with the Vilo, so the flat Cat6 cables. So all testing was done with out of the box experience.
Sweet. And then we have Suman again. Can we be a local distributor for South Asia region? What is the requirement? Definitely just reach out to me after this and we can talk a little bit more. Obviously, we just need to make sure we have proper certifications and everything. But yeah, just feel free to reach out to me. I will private message you my email and then we can just reach out and talk after this as well.
Is there a way to get real-time throughput and speed test via the portal? Yes, I mean, we are working on we have implemented speed tests in our portal, but sometimes the result is not accurate. So that's why we are working on the rebuild, the speed test, this feature on the portal now. Yeah, this is in our currently, the engineering, working sprint. I think we will release this feature as soon as possible. In the end of this month or at the beginning of next month. Speed test support in the portal.
Wait. Is it possible mixed uplink to nodes? First node uplink LAN, second node uplink Wi-Fi, and third node uplink LAN. Is it possible when? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too sure exactly what that's asking, but Eva, would you ready to answer that?
Yeah, if in my understanding, this question talking about asking about something like the combined connection method with the wireless and the wired. Yes, for the Vilo 6, our goal is definitely to support these kind of scenarios. So that means, you can wide connect one sub-Vilo and also wired connect the other sub-Vilo. Yeah, that we want to support. There is on our roadmap, and we can support it before we ship out our inventory. That's our plan.
Sweet. And then can we get a recording of this session? I do believe we are recording this, so we'll be able to send this out after as well.
Yeah.
And is there any way we can order the units not pre-configured for mesh? Yes, you can just order 1-packs. So in our case quantities or in our bulk quantities, there is no incentive to order in 2-packs or 1-packs, like price incentive, I should say. So don't feel like you have to order 2-packs or 3-packs and like you're missing out on something. So if you do want something not pre-configured, I would just recommend ordering the 1-packs. And who are we planning on using to distribute in EU? We don't currently have anyone to distribute in the EU. I know we do have some outside the EU and around there. Actually in the EU, I'm not sure if it's just necessarily possible for us in the near future. We just have a bunch of certifications and things that we would need to go through to be able to do that. But if you are able to help us out, or as a distributor that's able to help us out we would be willing to work with them. It's just something that it's kind of tough for us right now, so we don't have an exact EU distributor like plan in the works right now.
Cool. Yeah, and I know Miriam said this in the chat, but yeah, just want to reiterate that we are recording this, and we will be uploading a video to YouTube and sharing that widely with anyone who wants it. So. Any more questions? Feel free to type them in there. Alrighty. Probably just give it about another minute to see if we get any more questions coming in. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we have one question. Is there going to be a?
Yep. So eventually there will be a portal cost. I would say at the earliest Q3 of next year. Just as our internal costs and cloud costs continue to rise, there is going to be the need just going to keep growing. So we'll be we haven't landed on like a specific price or anything like that. But as soon as we kind of narrow that down a little bit more, we'll definitely be open and being able to share that out with everyone. Start price for a single unit MSRP is $79.99, and then if you buy in bulk, which bulk starts at 15 routers for us, it is going to be $69.99, and that is for the pre-order period.
Yeah, right on. Alrighty. Well, if there aren't any more questions, figure we move on to how to buy. Of course, you can purchase on our website listed right here. It's really easy, store.viloliving.com/Vilo-6. Also, as Jared mentioned earlier, please get in touch with our sales team to inquire about half pallet and pallet pricing. And I know Miriam added a link to this in the chat. But if you have any more questions after this webinar and you haven't joined our Vilo ISP chapter Facebook group yet, please feel free to request to join that group. We would love to answer any and all questions you have there. And we also share, any kind of new upcoming Vilo related things and news in that group as well. So please feel free to join us there. And then, Jared, did you want to talk about some of our what's on the horizon here at Vilo?
Definitely. So after our initial Wi-Fi 6, as it is not the biggest jump up from AC 1200 to AX 1800, we are also working on an AX 3000. So especially for maybe gig and a half up to 2 gigs, you guys will be able to do that, especially for fiber. We know how important that is for higher speeds. So working on that, a portal redesign that I'm personally really excited about. You can see a little cut out of that here. We're still in pretty early phases of it. We are working on internally, but it is something that I'm excited about. You're going to get an aggregate network summary page, an actual map that you'll be able to see either green or red, online, offline. Just a lot more data for you guys, and a lot of cool little things that we're excited about to make it more all around usable and kind of give you guys just a better experience overall. You can also follow us on our product roadmap. So Trello, if you want that actual link as well, it's in the portal. It's the little light bulb in the top right of the portal. But you're able to go in there and you're able to go in there and look at all of our features that we have coming. We have rough estimates of when, what quarter we actually think they're going to come out in. You guys are able to go in there, add different comments, and we definitely appreciate when you guys go in there and add your take to different features. Because then obviously we want to know how you guys plan on using these features, how important they are to you guys. So all that stuff, we really appreciate when you guys do. So feel free to jump in there, look around. If you see a feature you really want, feel free to write about it.
Awesome. Well, that is the end of our slideshow. We'll give it another minute here if anyone wants to ask any more questions in the chat, because we're going to have Miriam announce the winners of the Vilo mug here, the Vilo Yeti mugs here in just a second.
I've seen 2 more questions. So Scott, you can reach out to me directly about different price breaks. We don't have necessarily like price breaks set in stone, but you can just reach out to me. We can see what we can get to. And then how many in a half pallet, Richard? I'm not exactly sure how much our pallets actually are. I know for Wi-Fi 5, it was 1,350 for a full pallet. So I think half of that was like 45 cases, which comes out to about, I think 500 or 600 devices. So yeah, 31 or and a half pallet. So that would be around, again, 400, 420, 430 units. So that would be half pallet break. So, and again, just reach out to me if you guys are wondering about any of that stuff. Sales@viloliving.com. Also, I can just put my email directly in the chat as well. I'm assuming a lot of you already have my email, but just feel free. Yeah, and that would be for both 1 packs and 2 packs.
Very cool.
And I'll throw my email in right now. That is my email. Feel free to email me if you guys like any talk about any bulk pricing.
Awesome. Right on. And then Miriam, did you have you select the winners yet?
I did. Yeah. Got a little random number generator over here, and then I just picked the participants that matched that number, and we've got Roberto Miranda and Elite Fiber. Yeah.
Woo!
So
Nice.
I'll message you guys real quick over there. But if you missed me, my email is mbcoleman@viloliving.com, and I'll put it over in the chat for you to get in touch with me to get your free mug.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get those to you. Congrats on being the winners. Right on. And then it looks like we have one more question in the chat.
Yep. What will prices go up to after pre-order? We don't have an exact thing right now. Still working up. It's not going to be like a massive jump, like $20 or anything crazy like that. So still working on that. But again, you're going to get the best bang for your buck if you do order pre-order. So I would just urge you to do that. What is performance compared to the TP-Link Deco line? I would say Deco is probably our closest competitor. Obviously, that's depending on Wi-Fi 6, AX, AC. I would say overall performance for the actual router itself, I would say is fairly similar. Testing, and like John said, he's going to be testing TP-Link Grandstream and MikroTik, so we'll definitely be able to get more actual like head-to-head comparisons for you guys. And obviously, feel free to test them for yourself. Order them up. Yep, pre-order goes till January. I know for a fact it goes till at least the end of December. I would assume it goes first couple weeks in January, but I don't want to say anything that's not correct. But again, would recommend ordering as soon as you can, because also for this initial pre-order, it is only 10,000 units. So you want to make sure you are also securing your units. So probably the earliest you can get it, the better.
Yeah, and I feel like as soon as we know the end date on the pre-orders, we'll be announcing that through email and also again on our Facebook group.
Definitely.
Questions? We're going to be stopping the call here in a second, and be on the lookout for the recording of this video. We're going to upload it to YouTube and again share it out in as many channels as we can so you can find it. Right on.
Great. Thank you all.
Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch.